Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to my player ratings video. I'm standing in for Jordan to do the player ratings today. And there's going to be a few big ones, I think. We had a very good performance today, a good result. Not everyone played necessarily well, so it's going to be maybe a little bit of a mixed bag. And we'll start with the lowest score of the lot. As you can imagine, it's Jordan Pickford, who made another absolute howler, which was costly as we conceded the goal, and a few others that we got away with as well. So for that, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10, I think it's not often you get a score that low in a game that we've won, but he was genuinely doing his best to try and cost us this game today, and thankfully it didn't, but it was another absolute howler from Jordan Pickford. He's increasingly becoming a liability for Everton, so not great news on that front, and that might cost him his place in the England starting 11 for the upcoming games during this international break as well. So hopefully that does happen, because that might be the rocket up the backside that he needs. I really would like to see us get some competition in for him before the deadline comes along, but because this just wasn't good enough. Let's be honest. One costly clanger and a few others. It's good that we're winning games, but we don't want our goalkeeper to undermine our confidence as we move forward. It's just really not on. 3 out of 10 for Pickford. Moving on, Coleman went off injured, and that was a real shame because I thought he was playing excellently until that point. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Really good performance from Coleman, and we just got to hope that he's not out for too long, especially given that John Joe Kenny's out for a while as well. Yeti Mina, possibly the man of the match here. I think 9 out of 10 I'm going to give him, because not only did he score a crucial goal on the stroke of half time to restore our lead, he made sure we maintained that lead for the rest of the second half with some excellent blocks. Was probably the best defender in the back four. I think he really kept us strong. Even when Jordan Pickford tried to let another goal in with another mistake, he was there to block it on the line. It was a really, really good performance from Yeti Mina today. Michael Keane, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Again, was pretty decent at the back. Not his best performance. I think he let that Neil Maupay goal go through his legs, and there was a few other moments where he was a little bit shaky, but given the form he's been in this season, I'm going to, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's been brilliant up until this point anyway. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He still, didn't really make any truly costly errors apart from that goal that went through his legs. And again, you can't really point the finger too much at him for that one, given it was really Pickford's fault, let's be honest. Luca Deane, 6 out of 10. It wasn't one of Luca Deane's best performances, I don't think. I think he was troubled a lot by Tarek Lamptey, but then he went off for some reason at half-time. I'd imagine he must have got an injury, because I thought he was one of the more troubling players in the Brighton team for us today. And even then, he was a little bit sloppy in the second half. I think it was his losing of the ball that led to the second Brighton goal right at the end. I'm clutching at straws a little bit. We know how good Luca Deane can be, and we know he can be better than he was today. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Tom Davies, 7 out of 10. I think there's been a lot of question marks over Tom Davies's capabilities as an Everton player to get to maybe playing at the level that we want Everton to be at. But today he put in a really good performance in midfield. I thought he was pretty solid. He put in some brilliant tackles as well, which I was really impressed by. And then also, when Coleman went off injured, he did have to adapt and play at right back, which was obviously, I think he did it a couple of times under Coleman when he was a lot younger, and obviously it was Coleman, and it was bad enough as it was without Tom Davies at right wing back. But he played that role quite well. He handled it relatively well, but for one little error, I think he done brilliantly in stopping them getting down that left hand side. And considering he was out of position and there's been a lot of question marks, I think he handled himself brilliantly today. Abdoulaye Doucouré, 8 out of 10. I think he was brilliant today. I think he was the one who covered all the ground, as we expect him to do. A lot of ball recoveries, got forward as well, tried to get the closest to Calvert-Lewin, I think. And at one point that did really pay off, because he got on the end of a pass and cut it back to James Rodriguez for the 4th goal. So yeah, another brilliant performance from Doucouré, 8 out of 10. Gylfi Sigurdsson, another 8 out of 10. Thought he was pretty solid. He wasn't outstanding, but he controlled the midfield pretty well, very slick on the ball, as you'd expect. But he gets that extra mark, I think, just because of his cross for the opening goal for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It was an excellent little turn, dink on his weaker left foot to the back stick, and Calvert-Lewin does the rest. It was a brilliant little assist. And Sigurdsson's really improved so far this season. Obviously, he was very poor last season, but it's been good to see what looks more like the Gylfi Sigurdsson of old playing for us this season, looking a lot more slick, a lot more showing his technical ability, doing what he does best, and it's great to see. So 8 out of 10 for Sigurdsson as well. James Rodriguez, 9 out of 10. 2 goals, another 2 goals to add to the one that he got against West Brom. 2 very similar goals, both from cutbacks. Took them really well, good composure, and he's still just doing us Rolls Royce stuff all around the pitches, and he's just pinging long passes across the field from all areas, putting crosses in on a sixpence, perfect for Calvert-Lewin. You can imagine he'll be getting a few more goals from these crosses as the season goes on. And generally, I mean, you just can't complain at what he brings to the table. He was excellent again today. Finally, from the starting, I also say Richarlison first of all. He, of course, went off with an injury, but we hope it's not too serious. Until that point, I think he gets a 7 out of 10. He was his usual self. No, he wasn't completely with it, but he was still causing problems. So I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Another brilliantly taken goal. In fact, you know what? I might give him a 9 out of 10 because he took his goal brilliantly. And there was times where Brighton had more of the ball and we were lumping it up a lot of the time. And I think he was holding it up really well as well. And that's the other side to his game, as well as getting the goals, which is, again, brilliant to see. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin will go away on England duty now with another goal for Everton and a 9 out of 10 from me. Substitute Alex Iwobi came on for Richarlison in the first half, and I think he was a little bit sloppy. And I still think he's not really up to speed. I'm not sure whether he will get up to speed, but maybe he's just not doing very well. I don't know, but it still wasn't great for him today. But on the other hand, he got an assist for James Rodriguez and then played a lovely ball through for Doucouré for James' second as well. So, I probably would have given him about a 4 or a 5. I'm going to bump him up to a 6 for that. Theo Walcott came on the other side, and again, he was quite sloppy, I thought. He gave the ball away a lot. He just didn't seem to get into the rhythm of the game at all. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. And finally, Fabian Delph came on when Seamus Coleman went off injured. Davis switched to right back, like I say, and Delph took over the defensive midfield role, and he did very well, I thought. He held onto the ball well, was snapping into tackles. I thought he controlled the midfield quite well, so I'm going to give Delph a 7 out of 10 as well. So in case you gather from that, my man of the match, I gave 9 out of 10 to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, James Rodriguez and Yeti Mina, and I'm going to give Yeti Mina the man of the match. He scored the crucial second goal when we'd just been pegged back from a mistake. Our heads could have dropped, but he got us that goal right on the stroke of half-time, sent us in with a bit of a confidence boost, and then made some brilliant blocks in the second half to make sure that we got through that second half and come away with the victory that takes us top of the table, 12 points out of 12. Fantastic stuff. So Yeti Mina is my man of the match. But who would be your man of the match? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Comment at the bottom of this video with your scores out of 10 for the players today. Give this video a like as well and subscribe for more content. And until next time, thank you for watching on the Toffee Blues.